Okay.
What's up guys and welcome back to the channel. I'm Andy the Middle-Aged Gamer and this is part 2 to the review slash update. Okay, basically as we know this gun is phenomenal. It's a really good CQB gun, has so much upgrade potential. So I've gone ahead and stripped out the hop chamber from the gun itself. As you can see, you don't have to disassemble anything. The bolt carrier is still in there. You can see that? You just need to lock it rear to get everything out. Once you've got it out, it's quite simple. But yeah, it's a bit of thread lock that you're going to have to overcome, but nothing that a bit of heat and someone won't, how would you say, harm there. The good thing about this is everything I've found so far is metal, apart from the booking itself and this, how would you say, loading ramp or feeding ramp and locking lug recess. But for the breech itself, everything else is either steel or aluminum. Like this is heavy chunk of steel for the barrel, or the outer barrel. It's a tiny little thing, but when you put it to the rest of it, it's big. Now the main is milled aluminum, which is huge and massive. That's really cool. So, as you can see, that is the booking that comes with it. It's a bog standard booking that's been... let's see if I can get that on there. You can see there's your nub in there. It's quite a simple booking, and I'm going to put that one back on. There's nothing wrong with the booking. Like I say, it just needed wearing in. And you can sort of like, I don't know if you can catch this on camera, but you can see where the chamfered area is. It will try and penetrate in and seal correctly. With it being new, it's kind of always a bit tight. So that's why you get the inconsistencies. Now, this is the original barrel. Just the how would you say, standard for 6.4 millimeter in a barrel. It's a lovely in a barrel, but yeah. Gone ahead and let's go and get the maple leaf ready. Let's see if we can get this fitted. So, same length. I didn't go anything crazy or longer. So that's a good one. Yep, it's about the same. Except now we don't have the chamfered edge around there to seal up with the other one. Now this is the problem with the last one, is it's sealing there. It's just ricocheting and so on, you know, or catching. I mean, I don't know if I can catch that on camera. I'll try and get it there for you. Oh, there's a bit of a... No. There is an actual mark inside there, a scratch, where BBs have been chipping away, ricocheting down there. So it's really good that we get one of these anyway. So all we need to do now is everything that I do now, you just reverse if you want to do it yourself. But yeah, the good thing about these is that everything does stick on there quite well. So no need to worry there. Remember rightly, yep, it's this way. So now that we've got that on, we just need to fit that to a certain point here. That kind of just clamps it around it. It's quite simple. Now, with that, goes into here. So if I go quiet, it's not because I'm ignoring anyone, it's because I'm trying to figure it out myself. Yeah, this is one of those moments where everything can go wrong or everything can go right. So we want the larger bit there. Now the trick should be take out that. That is a metal arm, by the way. Unlike the older VFC stuff that used to be plastic, I do like that they've gone metal for that. So we can easily put you back in. Now it's a case of trying to rotate in at the same time with this to get it to fit. There's probably an easier way, but there you go. So that's now in and locked. We'll try and do that. Now that goes on like that. I should say the other way. That's the right way, because you should always know which way, because you have that chamfered part for the feeding ramp. Okay, and that goes and locks itself in right. There. Then we want to take this half, which should just now mate correctly here, and should, all being well, be in. Oop. I just borrow something small. There we go. No, okay, so we need to see where it's not locking on. Okay. Come on, there you go. There we are. Oop. We go. Are we locking on? There it goes. There it goes. Once it finds its home, it's on. Now, if we flip it around, we need the screwdriver. Got one here. And now we just reinsert the screws all the way around, just till they're tight. You don't need to over tighten these. They're only thin aluminum, so please don't. If they don't go in straight away, back them out and then put them back in again, because you'll find that sometimes they kind of can easily dethread with it only being soft, milled aluminum. It's not really strong in that respect for screws, and you can dethread them. You don't want to do that. So I tend to in and out just until it gets past that stuck part, and then it should always go all the way back in. Okay, one down, do the middle one, because recoil on this thing is so hard. Just do them until you stop, and then that's it. That's all you need to do. Right, so now that we have that on it, we now need to put the barrel back. So take the barrel, insert it over, and now we need to just grab the threads. Once it starts biting, it should start. Come on, you can hear it clicking. Oh, again. Come on. Unless, I see why. Get her a little bit there. Pop. We have an O-ring in there. Yeah. There it is. That little O-ring sits like that and keeps that gun balanced, but that is not enough of a sealed ridge to create that seal, so we don't need that anymore. This is a good thing. Come on, there we are. Yeah, so now that we do that, we tighten it down, everything's in there. You can see the entire thing is right there at the end. It's not being obstructed, and you can see where the gas is going to come out. Okay, now basically what a maple leaf does is the gas gets to the tip near here and then gets siphoned out and around here, creating a vortex, you know, and it supposedly increases the accuracy. I've got no reason to doubt that from my own, how can I say, testing. Now let's clear out the hole. Now here's where we need to put you. So what you can see me do here, sorry if I'm off camera, again, what you need to do is put that in there with a small Allen key. I think it's a 1.5 mil this one, but this is Imperial, I believe. It's weird, it's the only thing on the gun so far that's using an Imperial. Try and fit it on here first. Come on. Yep, it's the right side. Like I say. Maybe try a different one. No, that's the right one. But let's just check. Okay. Weird. Yeah, put that in there. All we need to do is turn that grub screw and put it back in. What that does is just clamp it down on the thing and stop it from rotating. Yeah, turn it. Don't need to go all the way. It's going to hold itself in. There's enough residue glue in there to help it. Now that you've got that bit on, now we have to start reassembling the hop bit. Now, to do that, slide you in like so. And yep, that's put maximum hop on there, it should be. Just to double check that it is actually on the arm. And that, yep, so we move it out. Yeah. Now we need to put that in. We need to push that all the way back. Okay. What we do now is we get this and we slide this back on here till we get to this point here. Okay. And now we need to grab its Allen key. Can't remember which way it went, but that way. And we need to claw it back on, because what we're doing now is sliding this back in and pulling the hop all the way off, but allowing us to gain access. If I put it there, that's exactly where it used to be, to these points here. Now we need to insert here. Okay, so we need to get the right Allen key. There we go. Oh, and I always do. Allen keys and grub screws are just never easy to get in. Some people have those really expensive Allen key sets. You know that saying where you go, dang it, I knew there was something I should have invested my money in? Maybe. But then again, maybe not. So if we put you in there. Now. Okay. Oh, bugger. At least it stayed on the Allen key this time. But yeah. Flip that in there. Like I say, if you really want to take yours apart, just reverse everything I do. Okay, so when you get to the end of the assembly, just go back and reverse it. It's that simple. Now that the first one's in and it's all on and steady, we now get this and we just tighten everything back down, because this will move unless it's really tight. This is the only one that needs to be tight. That's in. And we're ready to go. So there's the hop chamber reassembled. Didn't take long, right guys? So let's move everything out of the way there. Now we need to get our gun. Now the fun begins. Take your gun, grab your hop chamber, slide it in. Now you take the middle pin and that goes in through this side and just slides in like so. We then, oh, one should be enough to get through and lock it on. Okay. Put you in, and you in. Come on. Okay. Bracket 1, and then we can get bracket 2 on there. Okay. Now what we need to do is now flip it to the other side. Once again, we need to find our Allen key. I think that's the right one. Yep. So now we can easily screw them down. I start with number 1. It's literally labeled that way because it's easier to do. Don't do it all the way straight away until you've got all engaged in. There we go. And it pulls everything in. And then we can just slowly but surely build it. Now you are going to mark your gun when you do all this. Occasionally you will get some scratches. Just consider them battle damage. It looks more worn. Okay. Now this is going to basically lock down and clamp your hop chamber and barrel in place. Check screws are in. Yep. As you can see, that's on. There is no wobble. That's something I love about this design. No play, no wobble, no foul. Now, we get to the next easy part. Pull the pin. Oh, sorry. You pull your pin back out. Grab your handguard. Preferably with all the cables out the way. On there. Up like this. And now we've got to just slap it on. So bear with me while I take this off camera. I get my pounding tool for it. Okay. Okay, are we on? Yeah, that's on. Right, now that that's on, pop the pin back through. No rattle, no foul. Everything's working fine there. So, Now for simplistic, so I don't damage anything, I took the light off. We can put my light back on. I noticed in the review that the screws here on this had already backed out due to the recoil. It was ridiculous. But that's cool. After a couple of thousand rounds, I expect anything like that to do it. So, now we've done that, we'll grab my tracer unit, which helps me see how accurate they are. There we go. Come on. We get there in the end. There we are. And we turn her on, and we're ready to go. So, let's take it outside to the range, and let's see what she can do. Okay guys, so now that we've got the Crazy Jet in a barrel in there, and I've shown you how to sort of like put everything back together, let's see how accurate it is. Let's take it back to 10 meters, 15 maybe, and let's have a look. Yeah. That's an improvement. You're talking what? About 1.5 inches wide by 2 and a bit inches tall elevation. Some of those I'm pulled if we take it down 1B2. Bloody awesome. Okay, let's see if we can hit that Texas star. There's a nice bit of wind pushing it about today, so let's have a look. Nicked it. Got ya. Gotta go fast. Still one. Okay, so now we've done the accuracy test and that. This thing is just absolutely a deadly weapon now in airsoft. This is absolutely amazing. It's small, compact, and bloody accurate. We've gone from that 6-inch plus accuracy down to a 1-inch by 2-inch grouping size. Holy crap, is that a reduction? So yeah, was it worth the 30 quid for an inner barrel and a lot of swearing to get this thing undone? Hell yes. Any scratches you may occur, like I did with the Rattler sign here at the top, I can just unscrew them, spray it some SIG grey, it's fine. Everything else just looks like it's been stood, banged, bashed and used, which is what you want. You want that used look, not brand new. Because guns do get like this very quickly in both the real and, how to say, airsoft world. So that's fine. But yeah, kudos to VFC for giving me a nice inner barrel, a black inner barrel. That's cool. They put the stabilizer on there, which is why it was more accurate without the suppressor on it, the extension. But because there was very little bite for it, it wasn't fitting correctly. There was always that little bit of an angle shift. It was just impacting on the suppressor. And the in the inner barrel, the suppressor part, it was just impacting, and that was just sending the shots so wide. And then even with the VFC one, it's a like I say, a 6.4 millimeter standard. So it's not like it's their accuracy line or anything like that. It's just black and made of decent metal. But yeah, so definitely, if you buy one of these guns, spend the 30 quid, get the maple leaf. It brings the gun alive. If you're worrying about the suppressor on it, there's no need to worry. Just get a long maple leaf and take out the inner barrel of the suppressor, and you can still use all that stuff and still run it fine. But as you can see, I put my tracer on there. I'm sure you're going to put your own tracer on there and make it look even better, because I'm sure you guys have got even better tracers than me. So, yeah, you know, as always, like I say, this has been an update video on the MCX Rattler from APFG/VFC, and I'm really impressed. I'm, like I say, so many thousand rounds in now. I've gone through its teething problems and its little quirks. And this thing is just phenomenal. You know, it does the job very well. So, with that being said, I've been Middle Aged Gamer. This has my seal of approval, and you guys have absolutely been awesome. And I'll see you in the next one.